Hi friends, welcome to Chronicles of Malia. I'm Lushka. I'm a content creator and social media manager, and this is my survivor story. I figured there was something wrong with me when I was about 13 years old. I was always sad. I would always lock myself in the room. I would always be miserable when other kids are having fun, and I didn't understand why. I didn't get why I would not I would not be having fun with other kids, playing outside, and I would just be in my own world, sad, miserable, and just in this dark place that I couldn't understand. I didn't understand why it was happening to me. But then I read about depression and the symptoms of depression, and then I realized that, oh, okay, I think this was what was happening to me. I think I am actually depressed because I could relate with what I was reading in the book. I wanted to talk to my parents about it, but I felt like I couldn't for some reason, and I would just be alone and wallow in my own sadness and didn't know what to do about it. I actually did not know what to do at that time as a child. I didn't know how to get help. I didn't know how to communicate with other people about my feelings. But then I spoke with my sister, but that was when I was much older, and I realized that I wasn't alone. I realized that she was sharing the same plight with me. I opened up to her and I talked to her, and I feel like I felt much better about it. Feeling like I felt like I didn't have to deal with this alone. I felt like someone else was in this with me. And she was very, very helpful actually. She helped me get through it in so many ways that I can't even explain. She was she was and has been and still is my rock when it comes to dealing with depression and how I feel. And whenever I need someone to talk to, she's always there, even though there are times when I feel like um I'm alone in this, even though there are times when I feel like I can't even talk to her about it, but I always know that she's there. And she wasn't, I was so glad that when I spoke to her about it the first time, she didn't sound surprised, or she didn't sound, judgy or anything, because she was in that same boat with me. So that made it way easier. I have never really seen a therapist about my depression because, first of all, I live in Nigeria and I live in Delta State, Nigeria, and it's difficult to actually find a therapist that can sit down and walk through your perils with you. And also, I know that finding a therapist would also be quite expensive, and I really don't have money for a therapist. So I guess I've chosen to deal with my depression by myself. So whenever I have an episode, whenever I find myself sinking into the cold arms of depression, it's going to be funny what I'm going to say, but I just listen to sad music. Really sad music helps me get through it. Funny enough, it sounds ironic, I know, but that's what happens. Sad music gets me through depression. Or I could just go on YouTube and I just watch different videos, or I could watch comedy skits, or just read a book, or try to do anything that I feel might take my mind off my depression. Or I could just chat with my parents. Many times people see me even when I'm in the peak of my depression and don't even know that I'm depressed. Many times it happens. I would just be looking happy and lively, and people won't even realize that, oh, she's actually going through something, she's depressed, but I'm actually dealing with something, and I figured out a way to deal with it, and that's by trying to be positive, even though dying inside. And to be honest, that has actually been working for me. Doing all those things, trying to stay positive, trying to act positive. It's like the fake it till you make it. But I try my best to act positive even in the face of my depression, and for some reason it works. Not every time, but most of the time it wasn't working for me before. I think I mastered the art of doing it. But for the majority of the time now in my grown years, it has been working for me, because I know of so many people that cannot detect when I am actually having one of my episodes. But yeah, I feel like it has worked for me a bit. I feel like the best way anyone with any mental illness or any mental disorder can help themselves is by seeking help, therapy. I have not been able to do that yet, but I feel like I'm going to do that in the future. But I feel like the best way is to, first of all, accept that you might have a mental health disorder, and not just that you may have it. I feel like you should talk about it to someone. It may be someone close to you. It might even be someone random, but first of all, talk about it. Seek help, professional help, to get proper diagnosis of what you really have. That is why I wouldn't say I have clinical depression, because I don't know. I just know that I suffer from the symptoms of depression, and that's what I have been battling with for the best part of my life. And I feel that people who have caregivers, who have loved ones who are with them, that know that they have a mental health disorder, should be able to talk to them, show them love, don't discriminate them. Everyone is going through a battle. There's so many people who have battles in their head. There's so many kinds of mental disorders. But I feel like if you have someone close to you who is suffering from a mental health disorder, I feel like you should check up on that person all the time. Love that person. Try to always give that person support. Never judge that person, because you don't know what the person might be going through at that time. Anyway, that has brought me to the end of my survivor story. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and please leave your comments in the comment section below. And I love you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.